Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Miss. Today I am going to read Canto 2, and this canto focuses on Grendel's destructive actions within Herod, and he enters the halls in the dark, grabs sleeping warriors, and feasts on them, leaving a trail of death and terror. The attacks by Grendel causes the Danes to be in a state of fear and despair, unable to find solutions to the monster's presence. And, they are also waiting for the big wolf arrival. This canto explores themes of fear, heroism, and the consequences of evil, with Grendel representing the forces of darkness and Beowulf embodying hope and triumph. Well, I start. Then, when darkness has dropped, Grendel went up to Herod, wondering what the warriors would do in that hall when their drinking was done. He found them sprawled in sleep, suspecting nothing, their dreams undisturbed. The monster's thoughts were as quick as his grit of his claws. He slipped through the door and there in the silence snatched up 30 men, smashed them, and gnawing in their beds and ran out with their bodies. The blood dripping behind him, back to his lair, delighted with his night's slaughter. At daybreak, with the sun's first light, they saw how well he had worked, and in that great morning broke their long feast with tears and laments for the dead. Hrothgar their lord sat joyless in Herod amid Prince's mourning, the fate of his lost friends and companions, knowing by tracks that some demon had torn his followers apart. He wept, fearing the beginning might not be the end. And that night Grendel came again, so set on murder that no crime could ever be enough. No savage assault quenched his lust for evil. Then each warrior tried to escape him, searched for rest in different beds, as far from Herod as they could find, seeing how Grendel hunted when they slept. Distance was safety. The only survivors were those who fled him. Hate had triumphed. So Grendelwood fought with the righteous, once against many and once on Herod's stood empty and stayed deserted for years, 12 winters of grief for Hrothgar, king of the Danes, sorrow heaped at his door by hell-forged hands, his mystery lived. The seas was told and sung in all men's ears, how Grendel's hatred began, how the monster relished his savage war and on the Danes, keeping the bloody feud alive, seeking no peace, offering no truce, accepting no settlement, no price in gold or land, and paying their living for one crime only with another. No one waited for reparation from his plundering claws. That shadow of death hunted in the darkness stalked Hrothgar's warrior, old and young, lying in waiting, hidden in mist, invisibly following them from the edge of the marsh, always there unseen. So mankind's enemies continue his crimes, killing as often as he could, coming alone, bloodthirsty and horrible. Though he lived in Herod, when the night hit him, he never dared to touch King Hrothgar's glorious throne protected by God whose love Grendel could not know. But Hrothgar's heart was bent. The best and the most noble of his council debated, remedies sat in secret sessions, talking of terror and wondering what the bravest of warriors could do. And sometimes they sacrificed to the old stone gods, made hidden vows hoping for hell's support, the devil's guidance in driving their affliction off. That was their way, and the heavens' only hope. Hell, always in their hearts, knowing neither God nor his passing as he walks through our world, the Lord of heaven and earth. The ears could not hear his praise nor know his glory. Let them beware those who are thrust into danger, clutched at by trouble, yet can carry no solace in their hearts, cannot hope to be better. Hail to those who will rise to God, drop off their dead bodies and seek our Father's peace. Thanks.